You know why now? Probably more so than any. You get to learn from everybody's poor mistakes, poor decisions. You get to learn the case studies, the amount of case studies that exist now since this box truck cargo van popularity was created from influencers 3 to 4 years ago. You have real life case studies on what not to do. There's no reason that people are still entering into this industry doing some of the ill-advised things that I see people doing. You got all the case studies in the world. I present to you as many of them as I can in the form of clips from the call-in show. These are educational conversations on what not to do. You know why people tell you shouldn't get in? It's because they failed. Or they failing. People that tell you now it'd be different if people told you in 2021, then I believe a person telling someone in 2021 that wasn't a good time, as long as they could articulate why, it would hold merit. I would tell them back then, yo, the market is going to correct itself. Everything is going to come down and that'll present you a great opportunity. You don't want to invest now because the market is going to correct itself and you're still going to be stuck with this high initial cost. That's how I would articulate it. And that's how I did articulate it then, although most people didn't listen. But people say it now because they're bitter. They either failed or they're failing. And misery loves company. People that aren't doing good hate on other people that are. People that aren't doing good hate on other people that have interest in getting into something that they're struggling at. This is why they tell you. And when you ask them why, they can't articulate it. You know what they tell you? Oh, the rates are trash. Says who? Because I keep doing these lectures and challenging these people, and none of them can articulate to me why they oppose what I'm saying. If I was up here talking bullshit, why do I have so many positive case studies? Why does my channel grow at an exponential rate during a downturn in the box truck? The box truck industry, as far as content creation, is nowhere near what it used to be. But my channel keeps going up and to the right. Why? Because people see the value, they take it out in the world, they implement it, and they see it works. And then they come back and then they tell you, yo, yeah. I'm not going to get up here and just say shit just to be saying it. Shout out to Goat Logistics for that super chat.
Sweet.
Appreciate that. It's people winning every single day. They followed a simple formula and they applied it. It is what it is. They say, oh, the rates. What about them? This is the industry. This is the landscape of the industry. It's a market. No matter how many times I say it's a market, people are always going to say, well, man, I can't, the rates are going to get back. The rates are trash. Well, what are back rates? What do these back rates look like? Because a market is a market. It's going to fluctuate. So if you get into an industry that, you know, the way you operate, the way you book work is based off a market, it's going to fluctuate. Any market fluctuates. You have green days, you have red days. You set your business up to win regardless. On a green day, you're supposed to win. On a red day, you're supposed to win. Are you diversified? Is the box truck business or the cargo van business the only thing, your only source of revenue? It's just like getting into the stock market. You buy one stock and then on a red day, you lose your money. Then you're crying and complaining. No, you diversify. You have money spread out in different sectors. If the EV sector is a red day, the tech sector may be green. So the losses that you took on the EV sector, you're making up for them and maybe with a little profit in the tech sector. Are you taking the money when the industry is doing good for you, ally the pandemic, and did you go out and invest it into other things that make you money? Or did you just take the money, go to Christian Dior, go to Louis Vuitton, had me waiting outside all damn day in a long line at Gucci because you took your money and you wanted to go get you some Gucci loafers? Had me waiting outside. But now you spent your money on Gucci, and now you selling shit on Poshmark. You got to sell your shit on Poshmark because you blew the bag. You didn't take the money and put it into other things that would create other streams of revenue. Hit the like button. Am I lying to you? Was y'all standing them long lines at the Burberry store? I had to stand them long ass lines. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications. You got real life case studies. How can a person tell you right now ain't the perfect time when the cost of entry is low as all outdoors? All right, so if the cost of entry is low, let's say this Black Swan event, this Black Swan event that everybody thinks is going to happen. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications. Let's say this Black Swan event does happen. Still the perfect time to invest, to get in. Why? Because if the Black Swan event does happen and rates skyrocket back like they did during the pandemic, you got in a low cost of entry so that if they do go up, you win in 40 ways going north, all the way around the board. Or are you going to wait till the event happens, the bubble happens, and then you join the bandwagon again, and then the shit come crashing down, and then you're going to be in the same boat that you... See, the point of business, to buy low, sell high. Buy low, sell high. So if you're waiting for rates and the cost of entry is low, now presents the best time to enter. So even if your argument opposes me, that still doesn't make sense. Why would you want to enter when the cost of entry is going to rise with the rates? A market is a market. This is why we make money in crypto. This is why we make money in the stock market. This is why we make money in trucking. Anything that's a market, we understand the fundamentals. I'm going to give you another secret from good old Warren Buffett. When people are fearful, you should be greedy. And when people are greedy, you should be fearful. Everybody's fearful right now because they're failing. Now is the time for you to be greedy. When everybody was greedy, I took the opportunity and was fearful and got out and sold to a bunch of suckers. Just by following the simple fundamentals. When people are greedy, you should be fearful. And when people are fearful, you should be greedy. Everybody's fearful. Now presents the best time to be greedy. If I was getting in, I would go in, buy me a $20,000 truck. That means I can shop the load board and be more competitive to the competitors that entered 2 years prior or 3 years prior to me. And run profitably because my cost is not high. A lot of people don't like me for saying this. I've lost subscribers for saying this. At the end of the day, I don't care. You know why? Because I know what it takes to win. The object is to win. Listen, if I cared what people thought about me, I wouldn't be sitting here right now. It's about me. You got to put you and your business first, because I guarantee you one thing. People going to put they self first. They ain't going to think about you. I learned these lessons early by the grace of God. Way before I got into business, I learned that people are out for self. And I learned that people, when they say, "Oh, now ain't the good time," if they can't give you a reason why, then they don't know what they talking about, or they just hating and they bitter because they struggling and they failing. And that's what most people are doing. Most people are bitter. because they can't figure it out. Most people say no because the truck that you're looking at the rider buy one, get one 50% off, that was their truck. They truck that you want to go buy, and you ask them, man, I know you was in the box truck business, you got in the box truck business in 2021, and I'm thinking about getting in right now. Man, what you think? Nah, man, it ain't a good time. Why? Because you finna go buy their truck. You finna go get their truck, and then you finna get a little phone and a little man truck too, because you gonna buy his truck for 30, and then they gonna give you the other truck for 15. You gonna get two trucks for 45. You gonna go buy his truck, the truck that he bought for 85,000 during the pandemic because he got suckered like a goofy. You gonna buy it for 30, and then you gonna pull up and you gonna hit the horn on him, and then he gonna even be more mad. That's why they don't want you to get in. That's why they telling you it's not the right time. We got 130 something people in here. We got 97 likes. Let's get those likes up to about 75%. 132 people. We got 97 likes. Go look at all the content from that time period. Go look at all your favorite people from that time period. Your favorite content creators, no matter big or small. During that time period. Because a lot of them popped up on the scene during that time period. Right? Now, look at their journey. It was short-lived. But look at their sentiment in 2021. Make sure you look at the timestamps, the dates, September, especially around peak season. Ooh, go look at November. Go look at December. All the videos from November, December 2021, January of 2022. Go look at all that shit. Look at how they was, woo, 10 million gazillion dollars a mile in the box truck business. Man, you got to go get you a box truck. Hit the link below. Hit the link below, man. Get my course. Subscribe to the channel. Get the course. Man, I'm offering $10,000 mentorship. We running the bag up. Man, I'm making $10 million a mile. Pimp, this, that, and the third. Then fast forward. Skip over about 4 or 5 months. Go to about June, July 2022. That sentiment was different. Oh, man, this shit trash. This is garbage. Out the box truck business. Failed box truck business. Box truck business is trash. I'm getting out. So selling my box truck. They came and repoed my box truck. I crashed my box truck. I lit my box truck on fire. Brokers ripping me off. This, that, and the third. It was the complete opposite. Just a year ago, you were selling everybody this dream on this was the greatest thing ever created by God himself. 11 months later, this is the worst thing ever created by God himself. How does something take a dramatic turn in 12 months' time? Whose fault was it? These are the same individuals that are telling you now it's not the perfect time. These are the same individuals that are telling you that now it's not the perfect time. If I would have thought that, I wouldn't have had the opportunity to offload a bunch of trucks to suckers like that. Buy low, sell high. That's business. This is the best time to get in. The best time. When the economy does turn, which it will, it's not going to be drastic like you guys think, like a lot of people think. I think a lot of people think that, like, there's so many people, no matter how much you tell them that 2022 was a fluke, they just still believe those days are coming back. When I say things getting somewhat more positive, I'm talking about maybe in comparison to maybe like 2017, 2016, 2015, 2014, when we start to see people start to buy homes again. 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018. I'm talking about a normal economy that's on the up and up, an upswing in a normal economy, not a black swan economy. We got 140 people in here. We got 108 likes, not a black swan. The pandemic was a black swan event. So think about it like this. If now is not a good time, which I'm telling you it is, things get better. Let's say in 2026, normal economy get better, not black swan get better. As we progress into whatever that may look like, let's say, all the industries that are associated with what you do, cargo van, box truck, are going to get better too. And what happens? More demand, prices are going to slightly go up. Not like what you saw during the pandemic, but prices are going to go up. You're going to have less to choose from. And then you're going to see on a smaller scale what you saw in 2021. The interest in the space increase as well, which is going to drive even more people. But now you're entering at a higher cost. If you can get in at a lower cost now, sustain because you're entering at a lower cost, which enables you and provides you the opportunity to compete better versus the people who are struggling because they got in 2-3 years ago. And as the economy gets better and more opportunities present themselves and things go up, you already came in at a low initial cost. So you're reaping the benefits of the economy progressing in an upward trajectory. It's just like the comparison or the example that I gave at the beginning of the live stream when I said the people who won during the pandemic were the people who were already in the industry prior to the pandemic. The people who came into this industry during the pandemic didn't win. They thought they won. They win was temporarily, but that temporarily win was really a fluke because they didn't know what they was getting into, because if they did, they would have waited. They entered in the midst of a bubble and they got washed and wiped out. The people that won in the pandemic were the people that were in trucking that already were there. Why? Because they saw an increase in volume. They already had their equipment. They invested in their initial cost was lower because they came in. And for those 2.5 years, it was like a bonus for them. So they were able to pay off their equipment. They were able to, I heard some people paid off their homes. These were people that were already established and working towards something already. Why? Because they were in already. Those were the winners during the pandemic. So if you enter now, it'll be similar to that, just on a smaller scale. Once the economy starts to progress in an upward trajectory, better, but from a normal perspective, not a black swan perspective, I'm going to repeat it because we don't want people to get misconstrued. That was a once in a lifetime thing. We hadn't seen anything like that since the 19 teens of the 1900s, 1920, whenever the influenza pandemic, I think it was 1917, 1920, something like that. You're going to already be in. So you'll just reap the benefits of having a low initial cost because you got in now. And as the economy gets better, you'll see a slight uptick and you'll reap the rewards because you're an early adopter. You got in early versus the people who are now joining the bandwagon. And that's how you should look at it. Learn from other people's mistakes. Don't take their mistakes and laugh at these people. Each mistake is a learning lesson. You learn from people's successes. You also learn from people's failures in business and in life.